The hidden power of nutrients for muscle health. After 60, have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs just weren't as strong as they used to be? Or maybe you've noticed it takes more effort to lift a bag of groceries, climb the stairs, or even open a tight jar lid. These small changes might seem like part of getting older. But what if I told you they're not just about age? They're about missing nutrients. After age 60, our bodies begin to shift in ways that aren't always obvious at first. One of the biggest changes? Muscle loss. It creeps in silently, often starting in our 50s, but accelerating in our 60s and beyond. And here's the surprising part. It's not just because we're moving less. It's also because our bodies aren't getting or producing the nutrients they once did with ease. Certain vitamins and minerals play a critical role in keeping our muscles strong, our cells functioning properly, and our energy levels steady. But as we age, our ability to absorb, synthesize, and retain those nutrients drops. That means even if you're eating pretty well, you might still be running low on essential nutrients that directly impact your muscle health, nervous system, and even your heart. Think of it this way. Your muscles are like the engine of your body. And nutrients? They're the oil, the fuel, the spark plugs. Without them, even the best engine starts to slow down. Now, the good news is, we're not powerless here. Science has shown that with the right nutrients in the right amounts, we can actually slow muscle loss and in many cases regain strength, vitality, and independence. That's right, independence. Because let's be honest, it's not just about looking strong. It's about feeling strong enough to live the life you love, to travel, to play with your grandkids, to get up each morning and feel capable in your own body. In this video, we're going to walk through 6 essential nutrients that most people over 60 are either missing or not getting enough of, and why they matter more than ever as we age. Each one has a specific role in keeping your muscles active, your nerves sharp, and your heart supported. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how these often overlooked nutrients could be the key to unlocking strength, energy, and longevity well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Because growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It can mean growing wiser and stronger when we give our bodies what they truly need. CoQ10, the spark plug of muscle cells. Have you ever felt like your body just doesn't have the same energy it used to? Maybe you're not bouncing back from walks or workouts like before. Or perhaps there's a lingering fatigue in your muscles, a kind of heaviness that wasn't there a few years ago. Well, you're not imagining it. And it's not just about getting older. One of the most overlooked reasons behind this silent decline in energy and strength is something called coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10 for short. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. This tiny compound plays a huge role in how your body feels every single day. Think of CoQ10 as the spark plug inside your muscle cells. It lives in a special part of your cells called the mitochondria, basically, your body's power plants. These mitochondria take the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe and convert them into usable energy. But they can't do it alone. They need CoQ10 to ignite the process. Without enough of it, it's like trying to start a car with no spark. Your muscles feel sluggish. Your energy dips. Even simple activities like standing from a chair or carrying groceries can feel like a challenge. And here's the kicker: as we age, especially after 70, our natural levels of CoQ10 can drop by as much as 65%. That's a massive decline. To make things even more complicated, Millions of older adults in the U.S. are prescribed statins medications that help lower cholesterol. While they're effective, they also significantly reduce CoQ10 levels, often leading to muscle aches, fatigue, and that constant feeling of being worn out. But there's good news. If you're over 60, especially if you're on statins or starting to notice muscle weakness or tiredness, you might benefit from supplementing with 100 to 200 milligrams of CoQ10 per day. Some people may even go up to 300 milligrams under their doctor's guidance if symptoms are more intense. Now you might be thinking, can I just get CoQ10 from food? The answer is, technically yes, but not in the amounts that truly make a difference. Foods like beef liver, fatty fish, and whole grains do contain small traces of CoQ10. But to get therapeutic levels from diet alone, you'd have to eat an unrealistic amount every day. That's why high-quality supplements are often the best option. But not all CoQ10 supplements are created equal. If you're looking for one that's easy for the body to absorb, try Doctor's Best High Absorption CoQ10. It includes black pepper extract, which helps your body take in more of the nutrient, or Kunol Ultra CoQ10, which uses a water-soluble formula that's been shown to absorb 3 times better than regular CoQ10. If you've been feeling drained, foggy, or just not quite yourself lately, your body might be trying to tell you something it needs its spark back. CoQ10 could be the missing piece to help you feel more energized, more mobile, and more like you again. Because aging doesn't mean giving up on vitality. It means getting smarter about what your body needs and giving it the fuel to thrive. Vitamin D. More than bone health. It's the muscle's secret ally. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood up too quickly and felt a little off balance? Or maybe you've noticed your legs feeling shakier on stairs or when walking on uneven ground. Most people chalk this up to just aging, but there's a silent partner in your body that could be playing a much bigger role than you think, and that's vitamin D. Now, you probably know vitamin D as the bone vitamin. We've all heard that it helps prevent osteoporosis or brittle bones, and that's true. But here's what many people don't realize. Your muscles also rely on vitamin D a lot. You see, your muscles have special receptors designed specifically for vitamin D. Think of them like locks, and vitamin D is the key. When there's enough vitamin D in your body, your muscles respond better. They stay stronger, steadier, and more coordinated. But when you're running low, that's when you might notice subtle things. Maybe your legs tremble a little when you try to get up. Maybe you're not as quick to catch yourself when you stumble. Maybe your reaction time just isn't what it used to be. In fact, one fascinating study showed that older adults who supplemented with vitamin D reduced their risk of falling by 20%. That's not a small number. That's the difference between independence and injury for so many people. The trouble is, vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common, especially as we get older. Over 40% of seniors are deficient, and the numbers are even higher in people who spend less time outdoors. And let's face it, if you're not in the sun much, or if you wear sunscreen, which we all should, your body simply isn't making enough. On top of that, it gets harder for the body to absorb vitamin D from food as we age. Even if you're eating well, your body might not be getting what it needs. So, what can you do? Experts recommend around 800 to 1,000 IU of vitamin D per day for older adults. If you're already deficient, and many people are without realizing it, your doctor might suggest going up to 2,000 IU daily for a while. You can, of course, find vitamin D in foods like salmon, tuna, and egg yolks. There are also fortified options like breakfast cereals, milk, and plant-based milks. But again, Most people don't get enough from food alone, especially not consistently. That's where a good supplement can make all the difference. If you prefer a simple, no-fuss capsule, Nature-Made Vitamin D3 is a solid, affordable option. It's a soft gel, which makes it easier for your body to absorb, especially if you take it with a meal that has a bit of fat. Or if swallowing pills is difficult, Nordic Naturals D3 drops offer a gentle, easy-to-take alternative. Just one drop gives you 1000 IU, and it tastes like lemon, not chalk. Here's the bottom line. Vitamin D is so much more than a bone protector. It's your muscles' quiet supporter. It helps keep you balanced, responsive, and steady on your feet. And that means fewer falls, more confidence, and greater freedom to move through life the way you want to. So, if you're over 60 and haven't checked your vitamin D levels lately, it might be time. Because a simple change could help you feel stronger, steadier, and safer every single day. Vitamin B12. The electrical wiring between your brain and muscles. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever stood up and felt like your legs didn't quite cooperate? Or maybe your hands have started trembling just a little when you're trying to button your shirt or hold a cup of coffee. It's subtle at first. A little off balance here. A bit of muscle fatigue there. Maybe you're feeling more tired than usual, or just not as steady on your feet as you once were. Now imagine your body as a house. Your brain is the circuit breaker. Your muscles are the appliances. And vitamin B12 is the wiring that connects it all. And when the wiring frays, things start to glitch. Vitamin B12 is one of the most critical nutrients for your nervous system. It helps your brain send clear, fast signals to your muscles, so your arms move smoothly, your legs know when to step, and your body stays balanced. But when B12 levels drop, and they often do as we age, the consequences can sneak up on you. You might feel weakness in your limbs. You may have a strange numbness or tingling in your hands or feet. Even muscle atrophy, or wasting, can occur if a deficiency goes on for too long. Some people start walking slower. Others begin to feel unsure on stairs, or feel dizzy when turning too quickly. And the hard part? Most people don't even realize it's happening until something serious occurs, like a fall or a diagnosis of nerve damage that could have been prevented. So why does this happen? As we get older, our bodies naturally produce less stomach acid, and that acid is essential for absorbing vitamin B12 from food. In fact, nearly 15% of adults over 60 are deficient in B12, and many more are borderline low without even knowing it. And if you're taking antacids, or medications for heartburn and acid reflux, or metformin for diabetes, your risk of deficiency skyrockets. These medications, while important for treating certain conditions, interfere with B12 absorption even further. You could be eating all the right foods, beef, eggs, dairy, and still not be getting enough into your system. So, what should you look out for? Here are some of the quiet signs of B12 deficiency. Feeling tired or drained, even after a full night's sleep. Subtle balance problems or unsteady walking. Gradual muscle weakness, especially in the legs. Pins and needles in your hands or feet. And in more advanced cases, even memory lapses or mood changes. But here's the good news. B12 is one of the easiest deficiencies to correct when caught early. The recommended daily amount is just 2.4 micrograms, but older adults may need a bit more to maintain healthy levels. And while traditional pills work for some people, they're not always the best choice, especially if absorption is the issue. That's why many experts recommend under-the-tongue, sublingual, B12 tablets or oral sprays. These methods allow the vitamin to absorb directly into the bloodstream, bypassing the digestive system entirely. If you're looking for a high-quality option, here are two that have stood the test of time. Jarrow Formula's Methyl B12. These small sublingual tablets dissolve under the tongue and contain methylcobalamin, a natural form of B12 that's easier for the body to use. Many people report a noticeable lift in energy and focus after a few weeks. Garden of Life Vitamin Code Raw B12 Spray. This one's great if you prefer not to take tablets. It's made from whole food sources and includes enzymes and probiotics to support digestion and gut health, a bonus for older adults. The truth is, no one should have to live with unexplained fatigue, weakness, or balance problems, especially when something as simple and affordable as B12 could make a world of difference. So if you've been feeling just a little off lately, this might be your sign to get your levels checked. Because when your brain and muscles are properly connected, everything from walking confidently to simply feeling more like yourself becomes easier. And that's what real vitality is about. Giving your body the tools to keep moving, thinking, and living fully. Vitamin C, the unsung guardian of your muscles. Let me guess, when you hear vitamin C, your mind probably jumps to orange juice and fighting off a cold, right? That's what most of us were taught growing up. Drink your orange juice so you don't get sick. But what if I told you that vitamin C is far more powerful than we give it credit for? Especially when it comes to protecting something most of us start to worry about after 60, our muscles. You see, your muscles aren't just bundles of tissue that help you move. They're a vital part of your independence. Your ability to walk, climb stairs, open a jar, or lift your grandchild, all of that depends on muscle strength and resilience. And one of the silent protectors of that strength is vitamin C. Let's break this down. Vitamin C plays a crucial role in helping your body produce collagen, the protein that acts like the scaffolding of your muscles. Think of collagen as the internal support beams that hold your muscles together, keeping them firm yet flexible. As we age, our collagen production naturally declines. That's why older adults often feel their muscles getting stiffer, less springy, more prone to soreness or even injury. If your body can't produce enough collagen, your muscles lose their structure. They become weaker, tighter, and slower to bounce back from everyday use. But here's the good news. Vitamin C helps turn that around. By giving your body the raw materials it needs, vitamin C supports collagen synthesis and keeps your muscles functioning more like they used to. And that's not all. Vitamin C is also one of the body's most powerful antioxidants. It neutralizes free radicals, tiny unstable molecules that increase with age and silently damage our cells, including muscle cells. This process is called oxidative stress, and over time, it wears down your muscles from the inside out. Imagine trying to keep a rubber band stretchy while it's constantly exposed to heat and pressure. Eventually, it stiffens, dries out, and breaks. That's what oxidative stress does to our muscles. But vitamin C steps in like a shield, protecting muscle cells, reducing inflammation, and helping them recover faster after activity. It's one of the reasons why people who get enough vitamin C tend to stay stronger, more mobile, and less prone to injury as they age. And here's something else that might surprise you. Vitamin C actually helps your body absorb iron, especially the kind found in plant foods. And why does that matter? Because iron is essential for delivering oxygen to your muscles. More oxygen means more energy, better endurance, and muscles that don't fatigue as quickly. In other words, vitamin C doesn't just protect muscle structure, it helps muscles perform. Now, you might be wondering, how much do I really need? For adults, the recommended daily intake is about 75 to 90 milligrams, though older adults, especially those recovering from illness or surgery, may benefit from a little more. And because vitamin C is water-soluble, your body doesn't store it. That means you need to replenish it daily, through food or supplements. So, where can you find it? Some of the richest sources include citrus fruits, like oranges and grapefruits, strawberries, bell peppers, especially red ones, broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Just a handful of berries or a cup of steamed broccoli can go a long way. And if your appetite is small or you're dealing with digestive issues, supplements can be a helpful backup. Two well-loved options are Now Vitamin C1000, a trusted time-release tablet that gives steady support throughout the day. Emergency packets. These fizzy-flavored powders are easy to mix with water and great for travel or quick hydration. For even better absorption, look for formulas with bioflavonoids, natural compounds that not only enhance vitamin C uptake, but also support your blood vessels and circulation. Here's the bottom line. Vitamin C isn't just about fighting sniffles. It's about preserving strength, resilience, and vitality as we age. It helps your muscles stay supple, supports faster recovery, and keeps you moving with confidence whether you're gardening, walking your dog, or dancing in your living room. So next time you slice that orange or take your morning supplement, remember you're not just boosting your immunity, you're investing in the strength that helps you live life fully. Vitamin E, your muscle's secret defender. After 60, let me ask you something personal. Have you ever noticed that after a simple walk or carrying groceries, your muscles feel more sore than they used to? Not the kind of sore that says you worked hard, but the kind that lingers longer than it should? If you're over 60, this isn't just about getting older. It might actually be a quiet cry from your body, and vitamin E might be the key it's been missing. You see, most people don't think much about vitamin E. We hear about it sometimes in skin creams or maybe in a multivitamin label, but its role in muscle health? That's rarely talked about, and that's a real shame, because this vitamin acts like a shield for your muscles, especially as you age. Here's why. As we get older, our bodies naturally become less efficient at absorbing fats, and vitamin E is a fat-soluble nutrient. That means if you're not digesting fats well, you might not be getting enough of this powerful antioxidant, even if you think you're eating a balanced diet. At the same time, your body is facing a higher battle with inflammation. Aging muscles experience more wear and tear, and their ability to bounce back from daily stress, like walking upstairs or lifting a bag of groceries, starts to slow. The process of healing becomes slower, more fragile. That's where vitamin E steps in. Vitamin E isn't just nice to have. It's your muscle's natural protector. It works deep inside your cells, where free radicals, those unstable molecules that damage everything they touch, can wreak havoc on muscle tissue. Vitamin E neutralizes these radicals, calming inflammation and preventing that silent, slow deterioration of strength. And the science backs this up. In one study published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine, researchers found that older adults who had adequate vitamin E levels were able to recover muscle mass 35% faster after physical activity than those who were deficient. Imagine how that difference could feel in your everyday life. Faster recovery, less soreness, and more confidence in movement. But it's not just about repair. Vitamin E also helps prevent the kind of low-grade chronic inflammation that chips away at muscle function over time. For older adults, This subtle inflammation can be the difference between staying active or slowly becoming more sedentary. Now, here's some good news. You don't need expensive supplements to get enough vitamin E. Mother Nature provides plenty if you know where to look. Try grabbing a handful of sunflower seeds. Just 1 ounce, about a small palmful, gives you most of what you need in a day. Almonds, avocado, spinach, and olive oil are also great sources. And guess what? These foods don't just boost your vitamin E, they also support heart health, brain clarity, and even skin resilience. It's like a full-body gift in every bite. So, what's the right amount? For most adults, about 15 milligrams per day or 22 IU is recommended. But there's a catch. If you're thinking of taking supplements, be careful with high doses. Anything over 400 IU per day may interfere with blood-thinning medications. So if you're on something like warfarin or aspirin, talk to your doctor first. And if you do go the supplement route, look for natural vitamin E. You'll see it on the label as D-alpha tocopherol. Brands like Now and Solgar offer trusted, well-absorbed options. They're not magic pills, but they're a helpful piece of the puzzle. At the end of the day, vitamin E is like a quiet hero. It won't shout for attention, but it's working tirelessly behind the scenes, shielding your muscle cells, calming inflammation, and helping you stay strong, flexible, and independent. So, the next time you reach for a snack, maybe skip the chips and grab a few almonds instead. Because every bite is a step toward muscles that don't just survive aging, they thrive through it. You deserve to feel strong again. Vitamin E might just be the boost you've been missing. Magnesium, the hidden key to muscle and bone health after 60. Let me tell you a little secret. Most doctors don't talk about something that could be the missing piece in your journey to stronger muscles, steadier balance, and better sleep. It's magnesium. Now, I know magnesium doesn't sound exciting. It's not flashy like protein powders or new fitness gadgets. But once you understand what this forgotten mineral really does for your body, especially after the age of 60, I promise you'll never overlook it again. Here's the truth. Over 70% of older adults in the US aren't getting enough magnesium each day. And that's not just a statistic, that's a silent health crisis. You see, magnesium isn't just good for you. It's essential. It's involved in over 300 vital processes in the body. Things like muscle contraction, nerve signals, blood sugar balance, protein synthesis, even your heartbeat. In fact, without enough magnesium, your muscles can't contract properly. Your nerves can't fire on cue. Your energy, it starts to fade. Your recovery slows. And little by little, your strength slips away. Have you ever experienced unexplained muscle cramps at night? Or maybe your hands tremble slightly when reaching for a cup? Or you just feel more tired, not sleepy, but worn out in your bones? That's how magnesium deficiency often shows up, not as a dramatic illness, but as a slow erosion of function. We chalk it up to just getting older. But often, it's not age, it's a missing mineral. One of the most powerful things magnesium does is protect you against sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. And if you've been watching this channel, you know sarcopenia is one of the most dangerous conditions older adults face. It steals your independence. It makes falls more likely, and it makes recovery harder. Magnesium acts like a biological spark plug. It helps muscles contract when you move, and then helps them relax when you rest. Without enough of it, your body can't fire those muscle signals correctly, and over time, that leads to weakness, poor balance, and yes, more falls. But that's not all. Magnesium also helps improve insulin sensitivity, which is your body's ability to move sugar and nutrients, including protein, into your cells efficiently. And guess which cells need those nutrients the most after 60? Your muscles. Without good insulin sensitivity, even if you're eating well and staying active, your muscles may not be absorbing the fuel they need to grow or stay strong. That's why magnesium is so vital. It's like unlocking a door your body desperately wants to open. And here's where it gets even more interesting. A major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with sufficient magnesium intake had up to 20% more muscle mass and hand grip strength than those who were deficient. That's the difference between struggling to open a jar and doing it with ease, between hesitating at the stairs and climbing confidently. Other research shows that magnesium improves sleep quality, which is another underrated piece of muscle recovery. During deep sleep, your body produces growth hormone, a key player in maintaining and rebuilding muscle tissue. So, if you're not sleeping well, you're not healing well. And if you're low on magnesium, your sleep might be taking a silent hit. Now, the good news? Magnesium is easy to find if you know where to look. Start with pumpkin seeds. Just 1 cup of roasted pumpkin seeds gives you about 150 milligrams of magnesium. That's nearly 40% of your daily need. Other great sources include chia seeds, almonds, spinach, kale, black beans, whole grains, bananas, and yes, even dark chocolate, the kind that's over 70% cacao. Simple swaps like tossing a handful of seeds on your salad or blending spinach into your morning smoothie can make a big difference. How much do you actually need? For most adults over 60, the recommendation is between 320 to 420 milligrams per day. If you're getting most of it from food, great. But if you're supplementing, go with a form that your body can actually absorb. Magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate are both highly absorbable and gentle on the stomach. Avoid magnesium oxide, it's harder to absorb and more likely to cause digestive issues. If you have kidney disease or take medications, always talk to your doctor before starting supplements. Some great brands to consider: look for Doctor's Best, Thorne, or Natural Calm, which comes as a tasty powder you can stir into water, perfect for winding down before bed. So here's my challenge to you. Don't let magnesium be the missing link in your health. With just a few daily habits, you can nourish your muscles, support your bones, improve your sleep, and reclaim the vitality you deserve. It's not about reversing time, it's about giving your body what it's been quietly asking for all along. Take care of your magnesium, and your muscles will take care of you. Your body after 60. Not broken, just waiting. Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself for just a moment. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I'm just getting old? My body isn't what it used to be? If you have, you're not alone. Most of us, somewhere after 60, start to feel like we're fading, like our energy is slipping away. Our strength is thinning out, and we're somehow less than we used to be. But here's what I want you to hear, truly hear today. Your body is not broken. It's not failing you. It's not giving up. It's simply waiting. Waiting for the right care, the right fuel, the right attention. Because aging doesn't mean decaying. Aging means adapting. Think of your body like a well-built car, maybe a classic. Over time, it's gotten dusty. The oil might need changing. Maybe some parts have slowed down. But under the hood, there's still power. There's still life. It just needs the right kind of tune-up to start humming again. And throughout this video, We've talked about exactly that the 6 nutrients your body has quietly been asking for. CoQ10, the spark that keeps your heart pumping and every cell alive with energy. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, strengthening your bones and standing guard over your immune system. Vitamin B12, keeping your mind sharp and your nerves quick. Vitamin C, your daily shield against inflammation, disease, and time itself. Vitamin E, a powerful protector of your skin, your heart, and your cells. And magnesium, the unsung hero managing your sleep, your muscles, your heartbeat, and your calm. These aren't extra supplements. They're not luxury add-ons. They're essentials like air in your tires or oil in your engine. And when these 6 are running low, your body doesn't quit. It whispers. It asks gently, and then a little louder, until you listen. Here's what I've come to believe. After speaking with doctors, reading the research, and listening to hundreds of stories from people just like you, most people don't get weaker after 60 because they're getting old. They get weaker because they've stopped giving their body what it needs to stay strong. But that's not the end of the story. The most inspiring people I know, the ones who hike into their 70s, dance into their 80s, and laugh freely into their 90s, they have one thing in common. They didn't give up on their bodies. They gave their bodies what they needed. It wasn't a magic pill. It wasn't a perfect diet or a 5 a.m. workout. It was simple, daily, intentional. They nourished their body. They moved their body even just a little. They stepped into the sunlight. They took a breath and believed, my best years can still be ahead. So what about you? Could today be your turning point? Not a grand resolution, but just a small decision. A glass of water with a magnesium supplement. A short walk under the morning sun. A colorful plate filled with nutrients your body has been craving. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Because when you care for your body with even a fraction of the love and attention it deserves, it responds. It wakes up. It forgives the years of neglect. And it reminds you, I've been here the whole time, just waiting for you to come back. So if this video helped you see things a little differently, if it lit even the smallest spark of hope, I ask one simple thing. Share it with your spouse, your neighbor, your walking buddy, your sister, your friend. Because a healthy body isn't just a gift for you, it's a gift for everyone who loves you. And who knows? You might just be the reason they choose to come back to their body too. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, you're worth it.